Daniel 12 verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. So it's going to get so bad and crazy out here in the world, the Heavenly Father's going to bring all these different plagues and pestilences. That who's going to have to stand up? Michael the Archangel.
Right.
And he's going to have to come up and stand up. See? But whose side is he going to be on? The whole world? Everybody? No. For who? Thy people. Who is thy people? His people, the Israelites. See? Because the angels is protecting us.
Yeah. Lord willing.
Lord willing.
Yahushua even said that angels do always behold the face of my Father. Angels are assigned to every brother, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Ready?
Luke 21:25.
Speaking on the times that's coming. Go ahead.
And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon.
Y'all Israelites, y'all better repent. America's gonna get destroyed. Go ahead, bro. All right then, don't worry about it. Go ahead.
And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations.
Seeing that now, right? Signs in the sun and moon, the blood moon, you know, you're seeing comets in the heavens, asteroids, different things going on in the earth. All being predicted right there. Distress of nations. You hear about Syria, all the children getting killed over there with American bombs. America made a mistake and killed a certain amount of Russians over there, you know. War games with South Korea and all this stuff going on. America, South Korea, North Korea, skirmishes, Israel, talking trash with Iran back and forth. Distress of nations. Go ahead.
With perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear.
That's coming. You're going to see, hey, like we've been going into, the terror that the Most High going to bring is going to be so bad that people going to be passing out for fear, you know, having heart attacks, just falling out.
You had an example when they did that ballistic missile test alert in Hawaii.
Right.
People was losing their goddamn mind out there.
Running around like them chickens on that movie. The sky is falling. They was scrambling.
And it's so beautiful because the Heavenly Father got it set up where everybody's always looking into their phone.
Yep.
So right now you see people just walking, you know, barely paying attention, it just pop up. Whoop, whoop.
Yep.
You know what they say? Alert.
Yep.
Russia just shot off a nuclear missile to America. People start, you can see crashes out here, right? People start crashing. People start running around screaming.
It's just a little bit. It got a precept to go with that. Jeremiah 30:6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness.
Right. You know, like the old saying goes, you know, you look like you saw a ghost. You're going to be pale as on the one that day. Because why? They're going to realize what they've been being told was true the whole time. You know, they're going to be like, oh, Lord, and this is coming. What we do now?
Yep. Everything they just fast. Like the women probably, we know that. You don't know get them.
Nope. I'm going to shit. I'm going to do some wickedness right now. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 26. Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
Like another scripture says, all the proud, mighty men, they're gonna be like unto women.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
For the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
Right, you're gonna look up and you're gonna see the chariots. It ain't gonna be like one or two or three. It's gonna be an all-out invasion. Because the scripture say he's gonna come with the clouds of heaven, you know, with the armies of heaven. And you're gonna look up and they're gonna completely cover the sky. Every eye shall see him. And in that day, you're gonna stop doing whatever you was doing. If you were playing the game, you're gonna drop that controller and just be like, oh, what is this? You know, those that's in the bed committing adultery, they're gonna stop and run outside naked. Oh, we in trouble, you know. The Lord's gonna be coming in that day. Oh, game over. Right. Go.
And then shall they, verse 28, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draws nigh.
Right, time to go. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, because that's what the serious man, you know, when they're coming back, man. It's time to leave, man. But Esau programmed our people to think that, you know, it's a bad town for them. No, that's actually a great town for us. Well, for the elect.
For the elect, yeah.
And you know, it was a something some time ago. I'm trying to remember what it was on. It was a little skit that somebody did on a show where it showed these spaceships came one day and all the black people left.
Yeah.
Got on the ships and left. Yeah, I gotta try to dig that up. It's spiritual, man. It's heavy. It was George Clinton, of course, he was on it. Because they were talking about these motherships, right? But they show his face, like speaking in the air or whatever. Then people like all the black people just getting together and they just this big landing. This what's the thing called when the ship comes and that big thing come down. You walk up it. One of them came and it was just black people just all black people just leaving. You know, which was like heavy, man. Go ahead, bro. I gotta find that.
Verse 29, and he spoke to them a parable. Behold, the fig tree, all the trees, when they now shoot forth, you see and know of your own selves that summer is now nigh at hand.
Right. Now, Yahushua put it in terms of like when you're looking at the signs, right? You go outside during the, now these stupid people in this society, they'll say it with the, what's that little damn,
A little mold.
yeah, little shit that come out of the ground, little,
Moss?
no, what's it called,
Groundhog.
groundhog. When
Oh,
the groundhog
yeah.
come out of shit, it's gonna be 6 more weeks of winter. That's stupid. Winter always come the same time. It's gonna last the same amount of time, and then when time for spring comes, and it's gonna come, right? But your house, I said, if you look at the trees, you see them starting to bud and bring forth. It's a certain time of year coming. Same thing with the signs of the end. Like we always going to us being out here teaching the word, and many Israelites waking up. That is a major end time sign. So we know the end is near. But no man knows the day nor the hour exactly.
Right. Yeah, so that's a cut to 2019, us being delivered out of American Israelites.
Right.
That's off. 400 years is talking about Egypt, man.
When they now shoot forth, see and know of your own selves that summer is now nigh at hand. So likewise, when you see these things come to pass, know you that the kingdom of God is nigh at hand. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away.
Right, like it said, you're going to know that the kingdom is close. You know, when you see these things come to pass, you know that the kingdom is near. When we're looking at it now, we're waiting in anticipation. We can't wait. Hey, it's going to be a particular funny day when they really announce that World War III started. You know how many people gonna even be afraid over that? They're going to be like, oh, that's it. That's the end. Them dudes been talking about that World War III. Everybody knowing their own self that nuclear war is going to come one day. You know? But when it actually happens, we're going to have a whole lot of proud people that they're going to have to swallow the words they've been talking. We're going to be proud of that day. We're not so proud, you know, like these people are. We're going to be happy at the fact that it started. I'm going to go to work just like normal, Lord willing. Go to work just like normal, like ain't nothing going on. We're going to have perfect peace, and everybody's going to be worried. Oh, I got a son in the military. Hey, you better tell them to get out of there.
Yeah, man. It's really just niggas waiting for that sign to pop off. But a lot of these people, man, they're oblivious to the fact that anything can take place. Man, this is a land of unwalled village. It's a land of unwalled village right here. But these people have been accustomed or conditioned to think that everything is all right.
Yep, desensitized.
You know, nothing's never going to take place. We're okay. You know, like this is the kingdom.
Yep.
You know.
False sense of security.
And they shall say peace, peace, and sudden travail shall come upon them as a woman with child.
Yeah, but to every person, they really have no idea or clue what's going on.
No idea.
You know?
Yeah, I seen that Jake the other day. He told the old lady, Jake, this is a nice day out. You know, I'm thinking, man, this weather is fucked up, yo.
Yeah.
Keep fluctuating. Temperatures keep fluctuating. Y'all think shit is all right. It's not
Right.
right.
That's a bad sign, man. When a place where it's normally 12 and 10 degrees, when it's damn 70 degrees in the same week, no, that's not a good sign. Even though you enjoy the warm weather, it's something bad on the way. We know it for a fact.
And then you're dealing with that HARP technology when you can manipulate the weather. Like
Yep.
it's
Verse 34, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that they come upon you unaware.
Right. People so busy being caught up in everything else going on in the world that they ain't paying attention to the signs and you catch them off guard. As a thief in the night, as the scripture says. And that's gonna happen. That's definitely gonna happen to a lot of people. You know? Because if you go to that's right in. Go ahead, bro.
For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth.
Read that again.
For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth.
Right, as a snare shall it come upon all of them. You're gonna be just walking down the street with a little Starbucks, going, going on, you be Dixie broads, right? Be a little dames, be some Jake concubine or whatever on this side, and then all of a sudden something bad gonna happen, and then the whole world gonna stop. Just like that. Go ahead, bro.
Watch you therefore and pray always that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man.
And you see that scripture said, pray and you be counted worthy to escape all these things. They telling this congregation that they ain't got to go with them. They ain't read that. People read that. Go back up and read that.
Watch you therefore
You gotta watch. Watch therefore and what?
and pray always that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things which shall come to pass.
A lot of bad things are coming on the earth. They're gonna try to chip every person. You're gonna have the mark of the beast in order to eat. Okay? Losing weight rapidly every day without eating like you normally eat. Go ahead, bro.
And to stand before the Son of Man.
And see, people now in the mind state that you're in now, you can't fathom that. You just ate a full meal, so you're like, yeah, I'm good now. But you don't know what it's like when you ain't ate in 3 days. Yeah. You know, your perception, your perspective will change. All of a sudden, when a man roll up on you in the car and tell you he got food in there, if you come and go with him and do a few things you can eat, hey, you don't know how you gonna feel that day, all these proud women. Right. They're gonna be ready to go then. Oh yeah, I'll go with you. You want me to do what? And all I gotta do is do that and I get all these sandwiches? Hey, you don't know how you gonna feel, man. It's a very different than how you feel now. When desperation is in the air and you don't know where your next meal coming from, you don't know where your next water coming from, then your mind is for a whole lot susceptible to do more wickedness and bad things. You might rob somebody, anything, man. Right. You gonna take advantage of somebody that's weaker than you in that thing.
Yeah, if you got children, it's gonna be real bad. Like, that's why when Yahweh Shai told the women, he said, don't weep for me, weep for yourselves. Because he knew what time was coming, man. He knew how gruesome it was going to get. So when you go back to, even speaking of 70 AD, when we got besieged, right? What happened? Cannibalism happened. Yeah. Yep. And the women eat their children.
Eating children.
Today we eat your son, tomorrow we eat my son.
Yeah. Right, and on top of that, might not have going days without eating. You're going to be more than likely having to run around and stuff. So you exerting yourself physically and you ain't got nothing to eat or drink. You know what I'm saying? And then they might as well, Nate and them might as well throw away 2nd Ezra 7 because it tell you several times you got to go through the straight gate to inherit the wide. Right. So, what do you think that is? It says it's going to be trouble as if fire was on one side and water on the other.
All right. That's how I walk. We got to go through now, but even then, too, it's going to be a very bad situation. That's why the scriptures say 2 things. Woe unto them that get sucked in those days, and pray that your flight be not in the winter. Right. Because there might not be no lights, might not be no heat. Imagine you somewhere where it's 20 degrees below. You ain't got nowhere to sleep inside. You ain't gonna make it through the night. Yeah. And having a child, that's just an extra mouth to feed.
Baggage,
Baggage.
That's when it's going to become baggage.
Right.
You think it's hard now for us to take care of the kids for the captivity we're at, but we can't enjoy them now, like the scriptures say. But when times get very harsh on here, how we going to take care of them?
Right. Well, you got food, water, whatever you drinks and all that right now. You can barely get them to stop crying. Imagine in that day when they belly hurting.
And then you trying to hide from the martial law troop. Right. This baby hungry and it's steadily crying. You trying to hide. Be quiet. You trying to hold the baby.
Right.
It's not a good look.
Right.
But you're gonna need them angels gonna have to be with you in order for you to make it in them times.
It's
Right.
That's why we warn our people, you know. And that's what we're supposed to watch and pray about. Because it's going to get real extreme out here. We can't even fathom how extreme it's going to get. Now, we can read it and we can kind of visualize it a little bit. But once it hits and takes place,
but you don't know how you're going to feel because you've never been through that. Since you've been alive, all we ever known is if you want food, it's right there. If you want water, it's right there. Want to watch something, you can go in there and watch. You got 1,000 channels you can watch, you know? Anything you want to do. If you're cold, turn the heat up. You're hot, turn the air on. What about if you can't do all that? You can't